All right. Welcome to the Voice of Radio Show. Another installment of Sohigho Gas Company. We got a special guest in the house with us tonight. We got my man, James Brown, one of my favorite Gromies right here. I don't know what's up with my live stream on the YouTube. It say I'm up, but I don't see me up, so I don't know what we recording on that or not. Well, glad to have you out, man. Welcome to the show. This is our 5th one. I've been definitely had you on my list to get you into the show. I guess, I don't know where we start. Maybe a little bit of the history of where we, I'll tell them how we met. We met because I was looking for a grow light and he had something listed for me and I pulled up on it. And not even that long ago, and he was such a cool guy. And I told him even today that, when somebody, we just was cool. I just felt a good vibe about him from the beginning. And like I say, he invited me in the house. And the way I grew up, if somebody do that for you, it's a great sign of respect and you get it's an honor. And after that, I kind of like felt a good vibe about him. And then after that, we definitely loved the plant, the cannabis plant, and our mutual like and admiration for it kind of got us with a good bond. I definitely consider him one of my number one Gromies, period. Without a doubt, that's how I see it. We met, and then since then we done visited a few times, not as much as I like. I'm going through so many transitions, but definitely stay in touch. And a few weeks back, I told him like a month or so, I'm gonna commit to at least give him a phone call once a week and seeing how he doing, because that's what we should do. And he just like got a wealth of knowledge. We have similarities, but we have differences, which is good too. I learned some things from him, and I hope he learned a few things from me. And that's how I see how we relate. So with that being said, I'll probably, everybody, his website, his YouTube is the Blind Bug Cultivator. And if you didn't know, he is blind. And he's a great grower. That's nothing to him to be. I don't know. I'll let him speak about that. But to me, he outwhoop a bunch of us. Y'all lazy asses is lazy asses compared to him, especially growing weed. That's another thing I'll say. In this city, y'all know that I'll tell y'all right now, I think I grow the best. Ain't none of y'all beat me. I'm down for the competition. But the guy sitting next to me, hey, he can grow equally as good as me. And if not, he beat me. That we was talking about this plant earlier, 9-pound hammer from Jinx Proof Genetics. I thought it was 9-pound hammer. He don't think it's that mixed with something, but he grew the hell out that fucking plant. When I say grew the hell out that plant, he grew that. That was excellent plant. So
yeah, that was some really good smoke.
Yeah, and the bag appeal. That's one thing that James, I think sometimes. I remember when the first time I came over, he had like the perfect fade. Like that textbook fade they talk about when it's going to bud. When you're in flower and you're finishing up, you're getting close. And it's like the leaves go from like yellow to the purple, and at the end it's a little green and then it fade all the way out. That's kind of like visually, I know like I'm there. He had the perfect fade and it was on one plant and it wasn't on another, and I put his hands on it and he just felt that, and that was like such a unique experience for me. Let me ask you a good question I asked you in your history. What do you think not being able to use your sight gives you a benefit over than somebody with sight?
Well, there's a bunch of disadvantages to it, but it's just like I'll notice a deficiency in a leaf before you can see it.
Absolutely.
Just because the way that leaf feels.
Yeah.
Because I know what a good healthy leaf feels like. And when it don't feel like that, there's something coming on.
Right.
So yeah, that's when I try to fix that problem right there before it really starts showing.
Yeah.
To the to the regular eye.
I agree because I remember you felt the plant and you said I was about to be. And I tell you guys out there in the world who new to growing, the deficiency he's talking about with the rest of us who could see, the plant will bubble up on the top. The little individual parts on top of the plant, they look like little cells, but they actually on top of the leaf, right? It look like a cell, but it's not that small. It look big. These things will start looking like dried out. It look like alligator skin.
Yeah.
But when he felt it on the bottom of it, he knew that before. He absolutely knew it before. And then like maybe a day or two later, I saw the exact visual cues and I thought he was a prophet, weed whisperer. And I was like, holy moly, was he ever right? And he said, he just flat out was like, yeah, this thing about to need some deficiency. That is very unique and to that. I know everybody. I would refer you guys back. We did a podcast on 420 over on Red Lion. So we went over James's history a little bit more about how he got to losing his sight. But I tell you, he hasn't been blind his whole life. And he's such an accomplished man with the things he do and his willpower to get things done. It's very inspirational, just to be honest with you. When I'm being lazy, I really can't be that lazy. And that's another motivation for you guys who don't think you can grow weed or this thing is too complicated. But I'm going to tell you what, to just say that for him not being able to see, that's a sucker move because he has way more characteristics that he possesses than just that. That to me is his drive and his character is something different than that. And his determination to, he's sort of like me. Like, if you're going to do it good, or why the fuck do it at all? You might as well watch cable. I feel like that, and I think he's similar to that. And when it comes to growing this plant, he's just about that business. But saying that, I know visually, I think it's just been taught to us from a visual perspective growing this cannabis. So when you translate that and making your own way about these things, that is revolutionary. And I do take a lot of cues from you in that. So usually on our program, everybody know we usually try to get going with a little bit of legalization, cultivation, and then information. On legalization, we just had a baby boy, our engineer just came in and said, wasn't we about to get the recreational departments
Yeah, weren't they supposed to open this
Yeah,
week?
they were supposed to. So we going to just go over here, right on here, and just ask Google and see what they say. Our Ohio dispensaries going to go recreational this weekend? We'll just see what we say. They say Ohio dispensaries move one step closer to being able to sell weed. And this is from Megan Henry from the Rundown. She's at the Ohio Capital Journal. No, don't know her too good, but this is from June 25th. That's the day, right? Buckeye Lake. Ohio will likely be able to legally purchase recreational marijuana sooner than initially expected. The State Division of Cannabis Control recently awarded about 60 dual-use provisional licenses to various marijuana dispensaries, cultivators, laboratories, and processors, according to the state online database. 31 dispensaries, 15 cultivators, 11 processor, and 5 laboratories receive licenses. However, a dual license provision license does not automatically allow for the sale of recreational marijuana, according to an email from Jamie Crawford, spokesman for this place. It rather places a placeholder. That's what I was discussing with the engineer and James over here, that I don't think where we at with the marijuana law has anything to do with the marijuana law more than what the civics lesson told us about government. Our government here in Ohio is not going to take back up another session till this fall. So when the fall states, this bill will come back up for amendments and things like that. I like to say it every week. If you don't remember Schoolhouse Rock, look that up. I'm Just a Bill on Capitol Hill. And right here they said, I think people like throw this out there for us because it's just gonna get a lot of clickbait, to be honest with you. I don't think it's ever gonna change because I don't see how you're gonna change the Constitution of Ohio and supersede that. That's the way I said. It said there will be no one singular day when sales begin. Crawford said, "We will start issuing licenses, and it will be up to the retailer based on staff stocking and other consideration as to which day sales begin." And then here's the other thing: it said it's hard to determine when exactly recreational marijuana sales will begin in the Buckeye State. Because I'm trying to tell you, it's just gray area. But I don't know how you feel about that.
Why are they making it so difficult? I mean, it's a very simple process.
Man.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Look at all right, we've already got dispensaries here.
Right.
Okay, and they've been selling it medical for how many years?
At least 2.
Okay, at least 2. They've got a pattern down. They know what the hell they're doing.
Right.
I mean, well, I don't mean to say that like that.
Yeah, you can say it.
But at the same time, you know, it's a simple switch over. I mean, they're not even switching. Okay, yeah, they got to keep it on one side of the room and the other stuff on the other side of the room. Well, that's no big deal. Give them their license and let them get going.
I agree, and I just think because they want to control something that's so, my personal view is they just want to control something that's so not controllable, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it absolutely is a plan. If you're going to sell alcohol at every damn gas station in this fucking state, my moral compass stops right there. Alcohol is promoted, almost glorified in this society.
Yeah, and how many people does it kill every single day?
Every day. And we not talking about our lovely plant like that. I'm trying to tell you, man. It just is like, I'm not saying I definitely believe in age gating it. I don't think my younger days of smoking, I didn't know the consequences at the time. I don't know if mentally I was the same type of, it's hard to say. I smoked since I was 6, so that was just me. I don't think everybody should, but that's what my chemistry said. And then it's another thing that's unique about this plant and everybody on this planet. We are all different. So if you think that James's chemistry is just like my chemistry, no. We have a similar palate, I think. We like similar type tasting weeds, and everybody not like us. I said that last week. It's some people who like Afghan, gassy, skunk, blow your brains out, and that's they shit. They happy there, and look, God bless them. That's not me. I like a little full flavor. I like the uniqueness of the plant.
Yeah.
I like the. I don't like the Cali people who just get all of the THC and don't get none of the flavor. And when you sitting there growing like we grow, we be growing for the flavors and the terpenes. I want to grow something different. And even from medical, you know, I don't always want indica. I want some sativa. You know, I like a lot of it. And everybody's not like that. So when everybody's saying this is like that, to what his point is, you got to let us just go with this plan a little bit more. I think this restriction, almost talking to me like I'm not over 21 and done went and fought for this damn country, is some bullshit. Don't talk to me like I'm 12 years old about something that y'all being stupid about. The other point that you said about the rollout, God dog it, motherfucker. We got Michigan right goddamn next door that's been legal for 5 years.
Yeah.
You know how close Ohio is to Canada? The country's been legal for 7 years, about 7 fucking years. And we can't go up there and ask them what the best practices they got.
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn, AI will tell us the truth right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's, like I said, it's simple. They're already, look, they're already raised the tax on it. But that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see cannabis in every gas station around.
No,
I don't want to see that. You know, go to your dispensaries. I'd like to see more dispensaries. I'd love to see one close by my house.
Absolutely. And that's another thing about the market. But then that's the thing, like over in New York State. So what we are doing is similar to what New York did. So New York passed a law. It was recreational. And they didn't have no
crazy though.
It did. They did not have no infrastructure.
Right.
They are just like we are right now in the wild, wild west. The law don't have no penalties in it. I don't want no penalties in it. I say you should decriminalize the whole goddamn thing and let us just get down. Just let we in America and in this day and age, when we talk about free market capitalism, you are fucking this plan up. I mean, I swear to God, that's what I thought we was built on. And you should just hey, don't worry about it. The strongest will survive. If some dispos could come and grow that good of weed and farm, I'll probably buy it too if they was going to outgrow it and it met my needs. But I don't think so. I think the uniqueness of it, and then they take away an individual from getting it up from the bootstraps. And you literally can with this plant. Like if he crossed a good plant, and we talk about this all the time. Me and him talk about stuff all the time. The genetics and what grow good where and what grow good where. And when we figure these things out and we do those seed huntings and we pheno hunt, why take that away from us? I mean, I heard over in Oklahoma, they trying to ratify the law where if you grow it, you can sell it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. They say it's unconstitutional now. And let me tell you, according to the Farm Bill and the gray area THCA, we should be able to, because THCA technically has no THC in it by the way they test that shit. I still don't know about that, but it is legal. And a special little note that on the west side of Cleveland, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to test the law too, James. I'm here to announce it first that we're going to open up a legal dispensary at 3385 West 105th Street. And we're going to have a smoke shop. And we're going to give you legal THCA. What I'm going to do that these little gas stations can never do is I actually know people in the industry. So the THCA that I'm trying to acquire is going to be of the highest quality. And I'm going to just try to do the best I can. And I'll be your gatekeeper, and I'm going to sample it. And if it don't meet my test, it's not going to hit my shelf, just period. That's what I could guarantee you. But legally, that's how we going to go about it. You know how you make your plant THCA? I'm going to ask you that, Jan.
No, I don't know.
It's a testing thing. Do you know that it's from the Farm Bill and not no Marijuana Control Act or anything else like that? It's through the Farm Bill.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah, you know how they determine THCA? It's the absence of Delta 9. So say me and you pop seeds, cut a leaf, which we do. So you people don't know, you send your a leaf off for DNA test, or not for lab testing, and you get your results. It only costs $15, and new growers, I recommend you do it at least once or twice.
Oh, and see, and they'll also sex your plant.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Farmer Freeman?
Yeah. Any of those services like that will do that. So in that, when you get that report back, guess what you got? You got, I should have brought one of the sheets in. It's looking for the absence of Delta 9. And it's not even looking at the THC numbers. So if me and you pop a seed, as soon as we got 2 fan leaves, we chop that seed down, one leaf off and send it off. I think in 14 days later, 15 days later, you can send the next sample off. And if it tests under the requirements, it's on like 0.009 or something like that in Delta 9, it's considered THCA.
Huh.
So it's really, to me, a testing thing. And this market, it might be a form of control the way I think about it also. Because you have to be in that marketplace, you have to send off for that test results. And I don't want to tell everybody secrets because I got to sell this information. Took me some fucking digging and some hard ass. It wasn't easy to find. So anybody find it and y'all call me back up, come up to the station. I'll give y'all some free weed next week. Leave some comments on our YouTube, SohighoGasCompany.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And also the Blind Bug Cultivator.
Yes,
we got
please.
him right here.
Yes.
Like and subscribe to him also. And I want to give him these stickers too right now. We'll take a little break. I meant to get him. We spelt this. I'm going to tell you what. If you see his first stickers, they spelt wrong. And one day y'all gonna see us memorialize this by those would be collector's items.
Sure.
So here you go. I'm gonna give you some of them. Thank you for your patience. It was a high boy mistake. I love that shit. I can't wait to get that sample over here. I probably was high. It wasn't just me being high. It was like 3 other people being high too. Here, I got a little rubber band for you too when you get wrap those up.
Cool.
But when
thank you very much for these.
No.
I've been needing them. I've been passing them out.
Oh yeah.
And I'm getting to a new algorithm.
Algorithm, yeah.
Yeah, on YouTube. So I'm starting to get some more views and stuff. So
oh yeah.
Like I said, if y'all would
like and subscribe, please. If you on my channel, and I try not to cross into his. To me, he's my cultivator. If you want to know how I would like my show to be set up, I would like him to be just when we talk about cultivation and things like that, and in the garden, he's in the garden, and he has a world of experience from a different perspective than mine, and I just love it. And we go back and forth in a healthy discord about growing, and I love the conversation because we've been to each other's garden and seen each other, and we done traded plants and just a good mutual respect. But then when we met each other, we was growing completely different. I mean, he did not. It's some things I found out along the way, and it's some things he taught me along the way. I guess we can leak over into some of the cultivation side of things now. And I would say the one first question before we get into some science, and we'll give you guys some nerdy knowledge because we could sit here and beard out on this all day long. What do you think is the best strain that you've grown since the law changed? Look at him. That's how good he is. That's how good he is, folks.
Man, it was that last test grow.
The test grow?
Yeah,
the jinx proof?
Yeah, that very last jinx proof test grow. Remember that was that really high THC. Yeah, that orange stuff.
This shit, I swore it was 9 pound hammer by this thing, but he just told me that it was crossed with something. I see all of their plants got that structure though. I looked at their sites and I went up and down them. It had a 9 pound hammer feel, but the orangeness on this, when I say orange hairs, folks, I don't know. I mean, like, it was like sort of like this orange right here. And I mean, barely had green leaves in it. Let me show you a little bit of what I mean. I try to show you, but show his camera a little bit what I'm talking about for you newbies out here. I think I got a light close to me too. I'm super bad about this stuff.
The first thing someone new trying to grow, y'all need to slow down and don't overthink the process. It's a weed. You know, it'll grow. Just don't screw with it too much. Just basically, put it in good soil and water it, and that's it. Just leave it alone. You know, watch it.
Let me tell you how different when I came back to this with all the information before me and James started. I bought every fucking thing. I said I want, and I'm really frugal. It was a discount store that had all that shit 75% off. So I bought everything.
What chemicals?
Every chemical that they had.
Make it clear so everyone understands.
I bought chemical. I bought Athena. I got all of the Fox Farm everything. I got the European Bio Grow. I got Sissy Grow Coconut. I got pH Perfect shit. I just said start scrapping everything and just got everything pH Perfect. If it had pH Perfect in it, I wanted all that shit. I got individual boxes. I got everything to make Gaia Green from, I forgot, what's that nutrients that was in the boxes that's been around for a long time. That's if you want to make your own nutrients and shit. I mixed all that shit up a couple times. When I say I went nerdy, because it was really, and then they dropped everything in there like the 90% off, and you really know I bought all, and then I bought the shit I didn't even want and tried out a little of that. And that's what I did. I listened to my man, shout out to my man 420 Scene. He's like a guru to me, and I just imitated him. because he had success. So I said, I know if I imitate him. So I took like my first 6 plants and I just imitated him. And then I did good. And then after that, I started straight experimenting because 420 Scene said you should always experiment. And then that's when I got going. And I'm talking about I would feel like I was treating my natural grow like a hydro grow. Like, I was like pHing every day.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, about using that cocoa core.
Cocoa core, yep. That's exactly it. Because I do have a dirt mix that has cocoa core in it. And I like that for the dry back. And for what you guys don't know about dry back, is you want all of the water to come out of your plant. You want your median to get as dry as you can. And what you want your roots to do is search for the water. When they're searching for the water, then they're expanding. They going further. And that's why the dry back is so important. And cocoa core is good for that. But also cocoa core, if you forget the water cocoa core, you are in very, very damn. Yeah, I doubt you can't miss water in that flood. If you in straight cocoa core, I'm gonna say 2 days, maybe 3 days, and you in very much jeopardy. It's no more moisture down there. The plant is sturdy. It's got a lot of water residual in it, but in cocoa, I don't know. You got to add something to it. So that's how watering back and is different. And like me and him.
See, and I've never grown in cocoa core.
In cocoa core.
But I was listening to your combination of that.
Right.
That what is it? What did you say? 30-30-30?
30-30-30. Yeah.
Yeah, with that cocoa core, with that worm castings, and then. But though you're saying like a perlite or something, but isn't that cocoa core pretty airy itself?
It is very airy.
Oh no! You said
rice hulls.
Yeah. There you go.
The rice hulls is where I got. So the key also comes from you too. Is when you gave me worm castings, it was still some wigglers in there. Mm-hmm. So I think the combination of rice hulls and some actual worms, a few worms in each bag, is the aeration that you use. And I really got that from you. I think that specifically red pop with unicorn poop, I had really loaded in on that worm castings you came in. And afterwards, it was a decent amount of worms in there. Mm-hmm. And it was a very healthy plant. I would say in about a 5-gallon bag, kind of rolled down. That's the way I did that. And the worms kind of helped aerate it. And I had got rid of the perlite. The only reason I'm like kind of slid away from that is 420 Scene had me on silica so we don't use adding silica is supposed to make us not have to, it makes the structure of the plant stronger.
Yeah, what signs do you get from overusing that? I mean, can you overuse it? You give it too much?
Silica, I guess I never really tried to stress it that way. You know what I mean? Like, I would have to get that experiment. The other experiment, when you said that, I was just thinking, I was like, I wonder if I could just grow in straight rice hulls. I
don't see why you can't.
But then
you think about it,
it's a medium.
Yeah, it would be a medium.
We might be breaking new ground. You heard it here first on the Sohigho Gas Company that between the two of us, I'm sure I'm sure it won't be too long before I'm gonna start something in rice hulls to just see what happens.
You know what? That might be something that you might have to definitely constantly water it.
Yeah, just like the cocoa
if you could do it like a flush.
Oh yeah, like a DTW system or
kind of like that.
Mm-hmm. That might very work. You know, I think some of the properties, what I might start thinking about, whether it would dry out like cocoa core.
Yeah, it's going to dry out. I bet you almost right away. To be honest, I don't think it'll hold water. Because all it is just the shells of the rice.
You know, he might be onto something, and it's kind of like not bad. You might be looking at the birth of a new product and a new. I know I'm gonna experiment with it. I mean, I'm probably gonna do that in the next 2 days. To be honest with you, I'm gonna probably pop something in a solo cup, just with rice hulls. First, if I pop it in the solo cup, then I'm transferring to see. And I do got a little hydro system. I got a DTW single pot system that I might get at an experiment with, because I did grow straight into. Here's what I did with that. I went cocoa cure straight into the lava rocks, and then I just had I had an autoflower in that, and I started it in cocoa core, and I believe. See, that's the thing too. I did do a little experimentation. Now that I think about it, cocoa cure and rice hulls in the beginning, when we popping the seed, did not make me the best root system. Cocoa core straight was a stronger root system, and I don't know why. And I'm talking about just popping a seed, just fresh from seed, straight in a solo cup.
But so how many times did you do it?
That was at least 6 seeds. At
least 6 times? And you got the same results all 6 times?
3 and 3 every time in my little dome, yep. Absolutely. And it seemed like the cocoa cure by itself. But I'm going to pause that because I have to look back, because I was telling you earlier, it depends on the genetics.
Yeah.
I won't say that. I got the Humboldt seed formula. It like what we do. Just rice hulls, worm castings,
and cocoa core.
And the cocoa core. From the start to the beginning to the end, big leaves. But then it's also the thing with that too, that plant got thirsty toward the end. That plant, I think after winning the flower and top dress, that top dressing with Gaia Green only lasted about 2 weeks, man. And it seemed like my dirt was dead already. And I was trying to feed my nutrients and everything. And I started reaching for a couple bottles to just to give it. I think I just went back with Fox Farm Grow a couple times. And then, like I said earlier, then I probably pulled off of that. I won't even do that no more. I would go with backstrap molasses like we talked, and probably Humboldt Gold, that end little sweetener shit and it don't make your plant taste sweetener. It's just giving the microbe some sugar to eat. Yeah. Which is something that a little more advanced, but we get into that though. And I am very curious about rice hulls, because I didn't like the perlite because it's not as biodegradable. And the other thing, when you reuse the dirt, I don't know why. I don't know if your perlite turned green after that or brown. Do it be like, it don't be white after you finish, right?
Really?
Yours do?
I don't know.
Oh my God. See, that's that shit. That's that shit that you forget with James, and I just did it to him again. Like he said, oh shit. But my, see, that's my fault.
They are, right?
To me, the perlite get this green tint on it afterwards, man. And it just look ugly when we recycling the dirt. You know what I mean? Like if we was gonna repop it with some worm castings and recook it down and try to get the micro system going back in it. I don't know. It seemed like, and hopefully we go see Ben. Let's shout out to Ben over at Community Garden Supply over at Cuyahoga Valley Hemp Supply Company. He just
Does he sell potting soil?
Yes, he does.
Well, yeah, we go stop by and see him.
Yeah, he sells some of everything in that store, because he said that he just thinks the dirt is dead afterwards.
The what? The dirt is dead after what? After a grow?
After a grow. But don't forget, he a nutrient driver too. He growing in straight cocoa core and feeding them damn beasts. When them shits is in, when he in flowering, he feeding that bitch like 3 times a day sometimes. And I'm talking about 1,000, 2,000 milliliters a serving. Till the overrun.
Really?
Yeah. And that bitch be thirsty. I know I got one of his lilac diesels, and we transferred it over out of cocoa back into the rice hull, more of a natural mix. and it's still thirsty as fuck. It's the thirstiest thing. It's just, I think that's the difference. Also, so you want to know a little bit of difference between growing in dirt and just driving nutrients into just a straight medium.
See, look, here's what I think about that, okay?
Yeah.
I know you do. Give us an example. How long does it take you to feed your plants?
Me?
Yeah, let's just say, well, because I know there's a bunch of variables. Okay, let's just say you have 6 plants in a 5x5, and, I don't know, 4 or 5 in a 4x4. Okay, how long would it take you to feed your plants going around with, what do you have to use, syringe and all these different bottles and stuff?
No, actually no, because I bubble my water and I have what I feed. So
so you have a bucket?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. How big of a bucket?
I got 2 5-gallon buckets. Most of the time, 3 aerating all day long. So I mean, 24 hours a day. Because I come off well water. Yep.
Okay. So I'm assuming everyone knows what aerating is.
Yeah. Not
tell
everybody.
Them what you do.
Well, aerating that is me putting it's a stone. It's an air stone that you get from the grow supply store, and it forces oxygen. It's sort of like a fish tank.
Yeah, that's what I'll say. Yeah. Go get a fish tank pump. Right there at Walmart, and get you a stone, and you're good to go.
And what we're doing is we trying to add oxygen into that water. So the oxygen is what we're trying to do is make the water more oxygenated for nutrient uptake is one of the reasons why it is. And there's many components to what we're talking about. It's just not one thing when we're talking about that, because calcium help with that chemical, aeration of your soil is another, like a more manual situation for that.
Right.
And then when I get that water out, and I might say these plants from yesterday, they took 1.5 gallons, right? So if I was gonna make that 1.5 gallons, if I'm on my schedule right, I put my nutrients right in there right then. Some people don't.
What, inside that 5-gallon bucket?
Not in the 5-gallon bucket, inside my watering pot.
Oh, okay.
So it don't take me too long if I do my prep work right. So if I know, like, after talking to you, I don't do it that much. A lot of times it's only 2 squirts of silica, maybe some fish shit, and off we go. I don't do shit to it no more. Back when what you talking about, it might have been 2 milliliters of this, and let me get a little more bone meal in here. I think he need a little potassium, a little squirt of that wouldn't be bad. Right. And then I still just go to the garden and do it like that. But the more we talk, and then when I saw your success, especially about that one, you got Jinx-proof genetics, you owe this man a debt of gratitude, and Cinnamon's goddamn seeds too, because he grew the shit out of that damn plant. After that, and I found out you didn't do none of that shit. And shouts out and give this man some credit to Roots Organic too, because he make your product look. You need to get that man 18 bags and all his new product, and you talk about somebody that need to be your product. Without a doubt, man. We both out here trying to get it how we fit in. And I mean, Roots Organic, he make you look freaking good, is better than I think you guys are.
When I very first started, it was funny. I had a friend. She brought me over a tote and 2 totes. 2 totes full of stuff.
Yeah.
Everything I need for hydroponics. Yeah. And I had a box full of nothing but the Fox Farm liquid nutrients. There's like 20 of them.
Oh, it is.
It's like, what the hell am I going to use all this for? Yeah. And we started reading and started looking at all this, and I was like, oh, hell no. Nuh-uh. This is way too much.
That's funny.
But though I did go to the Fox Farm to start off. They have a powder line. Yeah. So that's what I started off with.
Okay.
It's, I don't know. I don't know if it was that or if I just didn't know what I was doing. I was growing, but they weren't. I don't know. They just weren't big, and they weren't really good plants. Right. It wasn't good smoke.
With the Fox Farm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I used it all the way up to, I don't know, 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then I started this Roots Organic, and man, it's like everything just got better.
Yeah.
And it's super easy to use.
Oh.
And I mean, it was just crazy. It's like my plants got way bigger.
Oh yeah.
And here when I very first started off, my goal was, hey, I want to get at least an ounce, good ounce off of every plant.
That was your goal?
Yeah.
That's so wild.
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm gonna tell you what my goal was. 8 or better.
Huh.
I was like, shit, if I ain't getting 8, I don't think it's worth it. I was like, my goal was 8, so if I fell to 4, I feel okay. You know, my goal was like that. That was my goal. I ain't gonna tell you. And then guess what? I changed since then. I saw my man 420 scene from maybe 13, 14 inches off the pot, damn near top a pound.
What?
Top a pound.
Man.
But he a mainliner though. He's a big time mainliner.
See, I need someone to actually, I need to go look at someone doing that.
Yeah.
So I can get the concept and ask my questions.
Yeah.
Because I really don't know exactly what it is.
We about to do this. Hopefully tonight we about to give. My man is from down south. He from a city living down in Mansfield, Ohio. We're in the great city of Cleveland, Ohio. So we gonna go see my man over at Chagrin. He usually got a lot of plants that we could go over that for him. Because when we met, that's one difference between us too. 420 Scene, he documented. I actually joined his Patreon. And so I could see his inside, his growth. And he went by step. And I'm going to tell you, it's not for the faint of heart, bro. I'm going to tell you, mainline, it make no sense. Because after 5 nodes and you growing a strong plant, you out the woods. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me and you, now we both know, like, fuck, that's half the battle. All we do is keep this bitch alive, and it's going to give us some fruit. I'm being serious. It really is that serious. It is. Like, if you pop that seed and that seed is up and you got 5 fucking nodes on that mug, tell them you on your way. You are on your way.
Yeah.
I almost can guarantee. Kick back, like you said. You ain't got to do a lot after that. And I mean, you really don't have to do a lot after that, and you'll get a good plant. Right there, about 5 nodes, guess what you got to do? Strip that bitch down to nothing, man. I mean, to 2 just leaves there. And it is like, I don't know, for us who love the plant, at first, it did not make no sense. And then here's the other thing I did. I got to doing it, and I probably was high, right? And I had said, I'm going to experiment. I'm going to do half the garden, and then I'm going to leave the other half just to go, right? And I got high. Before I knew it, I did them all. I absolutely accidentally did them all. But what I learned from that is that's when I tell you about every genetic is not made the mainline. Ethos. And Ethos is a great seed company, trust me. Ethos, I love their packaging. I had great results from them. I done grew Jealousy, I done grew Zittles, and we done grew their Skittles, and I think we grew a purple something from them too. Excellent. Smaller plants, stay low to the ground, genetics through the roof. Fruity, stink up the whole room, great plant. Love it. You could get 32 spots, and it looked like the lowest bushy place that you could do. You could train it all off to the side. That's the plant you tie to your branches over to the side of the bag, and it'll just spread out like, I say like, you know, it's just going to stay round in a saucer. And we was talking earlier, the stretch on those is not crazy.
Yeah.
Now, it just... that is like mainlining a plant at its perfection. And if you look at it, and now I'm even getting more exotic with it. I don't just do 2. I put 2 like goalposts opposite each other. So if you could think of a like just...
I know goalposts.
Yeah, so you go goalposts, and I'll do 2 goalposts like this. So I actually got 4 places, and I love those plants right there. And then it let me spread it out even more. And what that gets me to is it gets me to 16 or 32 quicker. The problem and the knock on mainlining that a lot of people will tell you is you go back a week. My buddy Ben say, no, you go back 2 weeks. And I say, once again, it depends on the genetics. So you just stripped everything down. that first week till you grow some new growth, man. When I first did it, man, it was like, fuck, I done fucked up all my good seeds. And it wasn't like the other thing about mainlining too is a fascination is clones don't mainline that good to me. Clones has got a different structure when they grow. You gotta like pick and choose in there, like when you doing that. That's a little uniqueness about that though. But and I mean we often advanced growing tips for you newbies out there who growing and getting this thing right. Like you said, stick to the basics. Just get to some fruit.
Yeah, I mean, make a simple goal. Hey, and if you can, use Fox Farm.
Yeah.
The Happy Frog.
Absolutely.
Use a bag of Happy Frog. Nothing else. It's the easiest stuff to grow in, and all you gotta do is just water it. 6 weeks. Yeah. You can change it to flower in 6 weeks.
Absolutely correct. And I'm gonna tell you, for you people, I'm always gonna say balling on the budget crew. Home Depot has this organic soil. We probably gonna have to swing by there and read the bag while we out on this. We gonna take a little weed tour, and it's $20 for like 40 pound bag. It's a pretty big bag of dirt. And behind that dirt, because he challenged me after we start talking, and he got 2 top dresses and he finished. I was like, impossible. I did it with that dirt, and we talked about it. It'll work. It'll definitely work. It'll definitely work. I mean, it wasn't. I think it's some differences because I'm like a little bit maybe, I don't know. I know some other things to do. But it definitely will work. You know, if you want to get, I don't know, I say 3 to 4 ounces off some good seeds or something. It's a good dirt. I mean, it's probably gonna be. That's what when we say this stuff too. It's variables to it.
Oh yeah, and man, if you're a newbie and you're getting 3 to 4 ounces off of good smoke,
you the bomb.
Well, then you know you're doing something really good. Don't be changing that up because.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. When we growing, sometimes being competitive, I just got into one to get big yields, and when you doing these things, and it is a good one too. How all of these little things. How much of these things we talking about, the characteristics of the plant, do you contribute to the genetics or do you contribute to the grower?
I don't know about that one.
How important do you think genetics is? Yeah.
Yeah, it is very, very important.
See, that's what people need to know. That's why you got to come see me. And James, if you look on his YouTube site, ask him some questions. Man, we are both so open. We are in Ohio. If you close to me or him, I'm sure if he can't help you out, we'll help you out. And we're all about like growing our community and taking care of Sohigho, and taking care of us. And we're not tight. We're not gatekeepers. That's the thing. When people trying to gatekeep this knowledge or something, it's stupid any fucking way. Because I'm going to tell you right now, with the science that keeps growing, it's constantly changing.
Yeah, it's out anywhere. So, I mean, if you're going to be stingy with your information, then, I mean, it really don't matter because there's 500 other people. Just, you know, when I first started growing, I had to Google everything.
Oh, yeah.
I watched YouTube videos out the yang. Because where in the state I grew in, you couldn't grow. So nobody was talking about growing, you know.
Right.
I had 1 or 2 people around me, but that was really it. I mean, they just half-ass grew, so I was looking for a little bit, I was more serious about it and wanted more information about it.
Right.
So, I mean, I was...
how do you think these times compared to the times when we was just on the Marijuana Grow Bible and the High Times, what we got out of High Times, compared to, I'm telling you how easy you guys got it with these videos out here.
Yeah.
It is like...
Yeah, there wasn't videos back then.
No. We did not have a YouTube channel to go look up for potassium deficiency. Yeah. We did not have, and with 17 content providers giving that to you. Or you guys is lucky enough to have me or James or somebody who not a gatekeeper of this information. I'll run my mouth on and on about this shit, especially if it's gonna get you to the final product. And hopefully you just bring me a little joint or two so I can sample it. That's all I ask for.
Yeah.
I just want to see if the tips I gave you so I could document it so I could keep going to the next. Where we at with this plant being destigmatized and decriminalized is the science in it is just going more and more than it ever was.
Yeah.
You know, and I think we're just the benefit of this right now.
Yeah, just wait till they totally they descale it.
Oh man,
I'm surprised that hasn't already been done.
See, that's that other thing. Yeah, that's when you saying they talking to us like we 16 years old, or not even 16. I'm be like more like they talk to us like we 10 years old.
Yeah.
Like we don't know. Like you cannot compare this to alcohol to me. Like you know. My man EP on the damn radio station tell you every time, smoke weed so you don't punch somebody in the face. And it's kind of a true statement, man. I don't know. And it's not for everybody.
Well, look, 99% of the time, I mean, man, when you smoke weed, it relaxes you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
See, it's like, I'm not drinking beer and wanting to go get in my car and go find a party or whatever. I'll kick back, smoke a joint, watch TV, and talk to somebody, and that's it. You know, you're not thinking about all thing. You're thinking about eating.
Absolutely.
Got that munchies.
And I'm gonna tell you right now. You know, it is so wild, and all of us is different. Now I'm trying to tell you, I'm not the one to say that this plan is for everybody. I have met a person that had a psychotic episode every time they smoke weed. I was like, bro, quit trying it, bro. I'm like, literally, man, if you gonna, I think somebody is allergic to everything on this planet. And some people have to be allergic to weed, yo. It is weird for me and you because let me tell you, I'm anti-allergic to the shit. Like I almost got a psychology need for it. And then it is true. Like I'll be in full disclosure, military combat vet that went to war, and I do suffer from PTSD. And when I get stuck in that place, I am not smoking to get high. I'm smoking so I could slow shit down in my head so I could live you know, when I'm doing bad, just so the world will know, when I'm doing bad, I have to get up and eat like 10 milligrams sativa in the morning, and probably I won't do nothing. I might have to bump myself up about 12. But when I'm in that state, I don't even want to be high. I just want that shit to get me back down to semi-normal so I could process, because I get stuck in a place in the past and that thing haunt. It's not so much that the memory haunt me. It's the emotions that I drag back into it to the day. And guess what knocked that off of me? And that's going to be the cannabis. Good THC. Good. Yeah. And I'm like down in the isolating. It's not CBD in. CBD and N will put me to sleep. So it's somewhere in the sativa side of it that just take that little blanket of, I don't like to call it depression because I get stuck in the past in bad emotions. So it's a little weird on how it is, but it like knocked me out of it. So the therapy of it is good. And other times, just when I'm in fucking traffic and ready to choke the fuck out of somebody, I just smoke a joint and be like, it ain't that bad. This music ain't that bad. Matter of fact, let me go get a slushie.
Yeah, I mean, because if you really think about it, you're not changing the situation. No matter how much you yell, how much you cuss or throw, you're not going to change the situation. You're going to make it worse.
Yeah.
So go with it, man. Y'all chill out.
I agree that, you know, and us people who use it on a regular, we're responsible for that. The last thing we want to do is be in trouble. And just a general characteristic of all the people who use a plant, we probably some of the nicest, caring people we know. It's just our personality type. We probably more givers than takers. Most of us are any damn way. That's why we pass the joint around, we share, and it's like that. And you got culture vultures who come in and try to hijack our fucking scene and our society, you know.
But it happens in
everything.
Yeah.
It's money that's coming. That's why the fucking market, when we sit here and we complain about these companies, corporations that come in, they don't hire us two motherfuckers. This is like nutso. Like it's like fucking blatantly you just ignoring I got a beyond a PhD in this shit. I'm gonna tell you on several levels. I got more practical experience than a lot of freaking people have got, and just ignore that. If the governor wanted to fix this law, that if he wanted to get some money, he could just call me and you, and we could smoke some weed, and we'll have it figured out in a couple hours, because we got to go get some food. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I know every grower in this state, if they said, listen, I'll let you grow, I don't know, let's say Michigan, for example. Michigan said, $500, I'll let you grow 100 plants, and you get to sell them back to the recreational plant.
Oh, shit, I'd love to do that.
Look at that. Did you hear that, Ohio? The audience missed that. Like, just that quick. Did you see that?
Shit.
Did you see that shit? He said,
that would be a goal. I mean, that would be like a dream come true.
You see what I'm saying? And is we not in America a free market capitalism system? You know, that is what we made. Yeah. Get it by your boot, pull yourself up, and make what you could do with yourself. But yet and still, for this plant, they say, no. I think it's really because it's really...
Because they don't know about it yet. They've always known bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's the indoctrination. I agree. Yeah, I agree. They make this out... you know, what was the movie Reefer Madness that we all get high and think it's funny now, but Reefer Madness tried this. And when you look at how they stigmatize this shit so bad, it's crazy. Yeah. But let me tell you, the most ancient of texts, the ancientest of the ancientest texts they find, I think 3,000 year ago scrolls, that's before Jesus, y'all. The Indians were smoking a plant. It's been said that it was found on King Solomon's tomb, if you want to believe that. Huh. But all through Sanskrit all the way back, you know, and it just wasn't used just for the medicinal point. Everybody just think it's like that. But hemp, every Navy ship that's done got, let me mark my words again, every United States Navy ship that's tied up around this world is using hemp ropes.
Really?
Every Navy ship, I'm a Navy sailor, is using hemp rope. It's not bad. Back in the ancient days, it was a great fiber. Made paper, made clothes. You know, we haven't even tapped. When somebody make hemp carbon fiber, we really gonna be off on some shit. That's what highness gets you. You think about that shit, but it's such a taboo for it. Did you know when the government backed off of it was in the 1970s, and it was more for the hemp. So it was because they wanted to get, no, it was 36 that they backed off of it a little bit as far as cultivation of it, so they could make it for the war. They wanted the ropes for the war. Yeah, that is so. That's awesome. Yeah, but the medicinal part of it has always been there too, you know. I think it's always been there, and I think we was talking about it before, like, I think yesterday, me and Elle, he was over at the shop, and we was talking about why was Reggie so good. Remember the brick weed back in the day? He was like, some of that shit was good. Dirt weed? That Mexican dirt weed. I was like, it really wasn't that weed. It was still trashy-ass weed, but all of our general tolerance was lower, though. Yeah. It was just not that high quality. We didn't have enough information. Shit, no,
I mean, that's when you just put seeds out and you grew it.
Oh, yeah.
You watered it.
Care. Yeah,
you watered absolutely. It, and that was it. You know, and now it's a lot more sophisticated. And
yeah, the genetics, we got more science. You got universities now that can test the plant and use science experience. We got more companies that's putting some money behind it. Really? And we get more, you know, me and him growing and comparing notes and being able to share it on the internet and share with you guys about this. Hold on, I'm going to do this dab. Yeah, I'm going to get, you can hit this one, then we're going to hit him. The other one is, I forgot, we got, once again, special select. Shout out to Michigan, and I usually don't give you guys no credit, especially around football time, but you guys is making the best wax in the fucking world. Select Phenom, and we on some Skywalker OG over this piece.
Well, that stuff's good.
When I say you guys up in Michigan, I love y'all. Shout out to Sapo World. Sapo World got his camping thing coming up. And you guys, we'll be on the road. Like, we was on the road this weekend, too. I'll tell you about some of the events we went to. we went to the free weed and seed over at Tilt Soil. Now, Tilt Soil is up here in Cleveland, and they really started wanting to grow. Actually, with Christina from over in Glendale, who grows, she was just an organic farmer, right? So they just want to start composting and wanted to just get good organic dirt up here. And that's how they leaked into it. But Tilt, they just started a new line too. It's Wendell, and then they got this other called Tilt Boost. And I grew with them too. It's bad. It's real good dirt, and they got a good 30-pound bag.
Oh, it's dirt?
Yeah, it's dirt compost. Yeah, but they got amendments in it, and they got a few
What's it
little
called?
things. Tilt, TILTH, Tilt Soil. Yeah, we did the vlog from that. I should get it up this week. I'm having some computer problems. I don't know, my Wi-Fi adapter or something went stupid, but I'll get it loaded up this weekend. And shout out to Tristan, who should be here engineering, but he's actually teaching. He was our cameraman, went out with us on the weekend. And that was a event called the Free Seed. And Rico from Sohigho, and he spelled his SOW. So he is a seed maker here in Cleveland, Ohio. Rico, I'll get you all his stuff in the description on how to get in touch with them. This is the 4th year in a row that he gives away free seeds. Wow. And I'm very impressed with him just down in the community. And y'all don't know what that is. It's not just, it can be easy, but what he's going to give you is some regular seeds. So if you could maybe, it's a good way for...
Hey, that's the way I started off.
Regular seeds. Tell us a little bit about regular seeds over feminized seeds then.
Well, regular seeds, and that's what they call them. They call them regs.
Reggies, yeah.
It could be a male or a female. Yeah. And, so you got to really pay attention. But... I mean, usually you can get those. Can't you get them cheaper?
Yeah, they're going to get you. See, regular seeds to me is when you, they call it pollen chucking, but people got all kinds of terms. It's some moral, I don't know, that code don't exist no more. But when you mix two things together, you mix the you get the male and the female, and then you put the male's got the pollen and you put it on there. And you'll make a bunch of freaking seeds, right? The plant where you usually grow bud at will be a bunch of seed pods. And out of those seed pods. So if you remember, all you old school dudes, remember good Reggie was okay as long as the seed wasn't busted on there. That seed will actually grow. Yeah. And we was talking about that is you gotta be careful you don't grow hermaphrodite from stressing it too much. That's some advanced stuff for you people. But you would make a bunch of seeds, and out of those seeds, they all aren't going to be female, or they all aren't going to be male. So you have to sex the plant. So when do you usually look to sex a plant? That's something that's general knowledge, all on YouTube too. But I asked James about that.
I usually wait till 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, they say that you have to wait 1 week.
Right.
1 full week, and then usually... about 10 days. Yeah. That first leaf will be big enough so I can get that cutting for them. But
you gonna send it off and get testing, or do you use your visual cues?
Well, it depends because because that gets expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, damn, I was buying like 20 tests at a time.
20? That's like freaking $15 a test, just so you people know. Then plus shipping and handling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, so. I was having all those tests when I was doing those test grows. Mm-hmm. I wanted those males out of there right away.
Right.
See, so it was kind of worth me paying the $15.
Right.
And I would know it took them 3 days to get it, and usually within if 2 days after.
Email.
They'll email it right to me. So, it was worth it. It was quick and it was easy. But
yeah, and just a sidebar on that. Before we still talk about what we did down at the free weed seed, but we are talking about seeds, is, you look for 2 little thistles. It's almost like backwards.
Yeah, but how long?
Before they develop?
Yeah, how long do you have to wait?
I think you can see it right after this first nodes come up. Soon as you look right at the top of that nose, and either you're gonna see a ball sack or you're gonna see two little thistles start sticking out. And I've been very successful. Shit, back in the day, I still ain't sending nothing too much off to get tested. The next thing I'm sending off to get tested is I want that unicorn poop and red pop DNA tested strain back to me. I be thinking about it different because, like I say, I like to think about growing old school in the VHS days and now growing in this Bobby Digital way. We didn't send shit off, bro.
Yeah.
We just like flat out looked at it. And if it was questionable, I just got rid of it altogether after fucking up one time. And, it is no, it is. I was like, no. And we fucking pollinated the whole fucking crop once back in the day. And that was painful. Yeah. But yeah, the two little female thistles, and what you looking for, if you look at the top of a bud, if you want to look what those thistles look like, and there's shit tons of information that you could look at now.
Yeah.
Like I would look up the strain of weed you growing and see if somebody got a picture of that. Reddit's got it. A lot of people has got it, and just get that information if you don't know. It's so much information that you can find your exact strain and see if somebody grew it, and that's the best thing for you to do. And you can see them sex the plant all the way through. Now, do you think it's any truth to regular seeds are better than feminized seeds?
I've never heard that.
Yeah, it's some people who only go through Reggies because they think the gene pool is stronger that way. And that was their bro science or kind of the theory behind it. Like,
yeah, I understand what you're saying.
You know, and I kind of could see that from the standpoint of after you get clones from a plant about 6 times, it's sort of like that plant's dead. That plant seems like it's so far from the DNA.
Why would you say that? That's the exact same plant.
It seemed like it run out of DNA to me.
Nah.
I would pop another seed.
It's never.
Or I would go back to
you. It's just like you saying you're going to run out of DNA. You know what I mean? You're never going to run out of DNA. Just like that plant. That DNA is what makes that plant.
I agree, but maybe it's not DNA. That was my high ass theory thinking. But the plant seemed like after the 6th cutting.
Do they start seem weaker?
Yeah.
The clone or the
right. So I say I gave it to you. You gave it back to me. I gave you another one. I gave it back to you. Well, I think we still good right there. You give it back to me again, but when I give it back to you that 6th time, like we just trading cuttings back and forth.
Yeah.
I think that 6th cutting is trash. I say it's time to pop a new seed, or we better hope that.
Okay. So
keep the mother plant.
It went to me. Mm-hmm. It went to that other dude.
Right.
And now it's back to me.
Right.
This is
That's
4.
Right.
Okay.
So then, if you took another cutting and say, "I'm gonna give it," and the thing with
look, we're gonna try that theory.
It's gonna take us 6. It's gonna take that's like 3 years.
Well, we already got 3.
Yeah, we do got 3. That's true.
See, we've already got 4.
Yeah.
See, so when I give you these 2 clones,
right? Yeah,
right there,
right. We're gonna do that experiment. Like, I gotta stay tuned for this.
For those.
Yeah.
I said those are the ones I screwed up, so I definitely want to regrow those.
Right.
And I know that one. That shit was
the hella jelly is what we talking about.
Yeah,
Shout
jelly.
out to Humboldt Seed Company. Humboldt Seed Company.
That one.
My man Greg, our representative right here in Cleveland, Ohio, who just blessed us with and put us on so much game. That's another thing. When you a lot of people in this industry is not here to gatekeep the information. If we live over here and you getting growing, ask one of us, man. Ask the seed company guy, like, who had the most success from something in here? Just don't go with what your eye picked just right off the bat. I mean, if you know somebody's in your climate area and the same similar conditions, see what they did great or good and try to imitate them, and you'll have better success. Arizona don't grow the same weed as us. California don't grow the same weed as us. And we smoke a shit ton of California weed, whether y'all know it or not. Well, not anymore. But we used to smoke a lot of Cali weed. And it's different than what we could grow in Ohio. And I really think our benefit here, having all of the seasons, and I'm looking forward to the outdoor crops coming back. I think we got better dirt, and I just think having all 4 seasons is going to give us a damn benefit. I just look at Michigan outdoor weed, which is so freaking underrated, to tell you the truth. This shit going in, it's looking like hydro, to be honest with you. Michigan outdoor weed is fucking the shit. Cali outdoor weed, like last year in the high times, I forgot the strain and who grew it, so I really don't know. They got like 3rd in the High Times Cannabis Cup out there.
Really?
Yeah, on a medium-sized grow too, man. That was like unheard of for outdoor weed. Like outdoor weed had never like, but it's different now. Like we always talk about, the science is growing. Blackout tents now, you know what I mean? Like that's a great thing. Yeah, it's very interesting. Now at that guy Rico doing that event at the Tilt Soil, the free seed giveaway, that Sohigho company, he just literally gave out like regular seeds, and it was the 4th year doing it. I want to definitely support them again and thank Tilt Soil 2701. I think that's where they warehouse at, but look them up online. It was very good. Look up Rico. And let me see, I got this I forgot my other man. I brought his freaking joint with us. Oh, my man Flavors too. Any cones you want, any wraps you want here in Cleveland, Flavors is FLAVOURS Flavors. He's got the wraps. He got the hemp wrap cones. He's right up here in Cleveland. Once again, local company. I left a whole bunch of shit. I really off kilter a little bit today, but we making it do what it do. And my other guy who was there, Fried Off Dank on Instagram. We gonna smoke this one later too. Fried Off Dank on Instagram. He had his booth there, and he represented like a couple rosin companies. I'm gonna put the post up so you can see that. So we're gonna definitely be doing some more of those, vlogging on the weekend, and hopefully James will come out with me and do a couple with us, and go do some more of these events, and we're gonna be picking up more information to get back at you guys. I mean, it's just really exciting, and I'm gonna tell you how much of an honor it is. I talked too much and didn't let him talk enough, but we could light that other Puffco up. I'm gonna light this one up for us too, and then I'll say the other thing about him, when it buzzes like a pager, you're gonna be ready for that. And it's got a different top on that one too. Okay. So you got the back of that way like that. Right. So then just keep the lid on it. Yep, it's heating up now. Yeah, you good. Yep, that stay there. Now fill up to the mouthpiece though, because that mouthpiece is different though. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, there you go. Now we got paper makers coming up. And then we got it was the New York State had the home grow competition this week. There's a repop for I don't think any of us gonna be able to talk here in a minute. But and shout out to Sapo World too. I love Sapo World. They don't call me back no more since I think I started getting up. No, they cool with me. But Sapo World has got his picnic coming up and his camp. And I don't know if we was talking about the same one with James.
Yeah, we never looked that up.
Yeah, we about to check this out. Yeah, we about to, because let me see what we doing. Oh, man.
Yes, I heard about one that was supposed to be a July, I think it was 26, 27, whatever that weekend is.
Yeah.
Toward the end of the month there. And it was is at a campsite. It's going to be a big camping event and everything.
Yeah. And I think we at the same one.
Are we? It's supposed to be live bands, a bunch of vendors and stuff like that all weekend long.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we at the same one.
But they want $80 a person to get in there.
Man, they better give. Listen, if the blind bug cultivator want to come to your event and he don't get in that mug, shame on you, goddammit. Send that man out some tickets right now. I'm just trying to tell you, man. It's good to have me in here. We trying to spread this awareness to Mid-Ohio and all over Ohio. We are not the gatekeepers, but I'm going to tell you what, we're going to shoot it straight when we talk to you about it. If we done proved it to each other, that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, if you live in my area and you want some help, all you gotta do is just let me know. I'll come over and, man, I drive 45 minutes to go talk to this guy who just started growing. I showed him how to clone plants. He bought a bunch of clones up online and didn't know what the hell to do with none of them.
Yeah.
He had a totally wrong setup.
Right.
I drove out, I got everything, tried to show him how to do everything, and he's doing it too today. He's doing real good. Still going. Yeah, he's doing it. That's... Matter of fact, he started off with your unicorn red pop cross.
Let's go. Red pop. That's a good one.
Those plants right now, he's got them in flower.
See, that's what we talk about, good genetics and searching through a few seeds and getting some strong plants. And when you know you got a strong grower,
right,
you can be happy to get to somebody because you like, man, I actually knocked the plant over 2 times and literally knocked the plant over 2 times and it snapped back like a champ. And I was like, this is just a real good. And some plants you do that too. We'll both tell you. That might be the death of that plant. Like, it is not going to come back from a big branch getting broken. And you get good genetics, and that's what you want to pass on. And you don't want to give people, like those baby seeds I get that don't do good, I hate to toss them out, but guess what? It's not that I'm really tossing out. It's just that I'm protecting. I feel like I'm helping that plant be better by getting rid of the lower genetics and not letting you waste your time. Yeah. And there's other people that's like we talk about in this business that's just unscrupulous, bro. They just don't give a shit. They'll sell you anything. Money. Yeah, they'll sell you that trash.
That's what's wrong.
Yeah,
and you know, and it's sad because these new beginners, they don't know.
Right. It's yeah. Tell them again because that's what people don't know. You standing on the back of what you want your you standing on the back of a lot of people and a lot of hippies. Shout out to the Grateful Dead, all you people out there. Guess who coined the phrase 420? It actually come from the Grateful Dead, folks. It's not some bunch of people going chasing after this fucking crop with the secret note. It come from the Grateful Dead. 420, and there was a culture there. It was a hippie culture there, and it was a sharing culture there. This was coming out of when the Grateful Dead used to go back up to Oregon after being on tour around the country. All the hippies used to go up there in Oregon and god dang it grow to have enough weed to go back out and tour the damn country and pass out the good shit to all of us in local. I'm being dead ass serious. And it was universal too. Me being from over here on the east side of Cleveland, it's sort of brown over here. You might not think you was welcome. It's just my good sign falling down. Oh, it might be almost time for us to get off of here. So that's always good. That's why we live and direct. But yeah, that culture of sharing that came from there is shit. We used to couldn't even barter. Back on Grateful Dead, if you guys don't even know what that was about. It was a spot when you went to a Grateful Dead. That's a folky hippie band.
Yeah. You go to their concerts, man, you can buy. I remember buying hundreds of sheets of acid, dirt cheap, buying weed that was just blow your fucking head off, man. It was good.
With the gold leaf on it.
Man, I remember getting a sack with big fat red buds on it. The way. It's like, dude, watch out for this stuff.
Yeah. People don't know that was a culture that you had to go tap into because guess where the science was right then? That's where the science was. No matter what, it was that in high times. Shit, I personally know Chef Ra. Chef Ra used to actually be at these events. And if you don't know who Chef Ra was, he was a cook, a Jamaican cook who cooked dishes in the high times. And he had a column in there. And he was the first dude cooking edible shit besides brownies. You know what I mean? He would be cooking dishes and Rasta pasta. That's what he used to. You old school people, give me a like out there and shout out to that about Rasta pasta from Chef Ra. Chef Ra used to be at the Grateful Dead on the lot, and that was his product that he sold.
That's cool.
And it was just a three noodle pasta, and it really was the oil that he mixed it with that had the THC in it, but he made a vinaigrette out of it, and we used to fuck that shit up and be fucked up on that. And that's when all that came, and where we talking about, even inside of Grateful Dead, it was called Shakedown Street. Shakedown Street was the dedicated block. Me being not far from where we are right now in Cleveland, Ohio, it was a weed block, it was a crack block. We was on the weed block, obviously. But when I hit the Shakedown block, it was like the most liberating thing I ever seen in my life, James. I was like, what the fuck? You mean you motherfuckers out here selling whatever the fuck y'all want to sell? And ain't no police coming? Well, I stayed on tour from that tour. I think I left from Buckeye Lake, and I didn't come back home till after they hit Oregon. Damn. I stayed out. We went all the way up to the main shows. But I don't remember none of them, because you talk about that ass. That was a different time in my life, man. and that was me after the service too. So I was getting out of the service after the war, and I just wanted to find some faith in humanity again. And I found that shit on the Grateful Dead Shakedown tour, and I had everything to keep me distracted. Yeah, that is a little bit of event history for you right there. Yeah, all that shit came, and then like shit, Kind Bus, our first clones of Kind Bus and shit. We used to either get seeds from the Amsterdam Seed Bank, and that took forever. If you motherfuckers don't know how good y'all got it right now, y'all just don't even know. A cut nor a clone was unheard of. I don't even think shit. No. Like, I don't even think the damn plant will stay alive across the damn country when you think about that. And seeds was really the Amsterdam Bank. That shit was true. But guess what? If you went to a Grateful Dead concert on Shakedown Street, it'll be some hippie over there selling you seeds right then and there. And that's when a lot of people, for us around here, got started. Like, oh shit, we going down.
Hey, how long have those been around?
What?
That Amsterdam Seed Bank.
Amsterdam Seed Bank? That's a good question. I might have to answer that question.
Has it been a long time?
Yeah, that has been a long time.
I wonder if they have, if those seeds are, the legit, real genes, since they've been around for so long.
I'm sure, because
kind of makes you wonder where are they getting all them seeds from?
Right. And then I don't know anymore, though, because you got to think that weed back then was only like 17%.
Yeah, but I know some 13, 17% that knock you on your ass. So
that's true too. And that's a good ass question, because they did have a lot of strains. I remember, but it used to be like snail mail though. You know what I mean? Like you had to cut out the damn order form and.
Look, you know what I want? I'm seriously thinking about doing.
What's that?
I want to find someone else who will go with me. I will pay for your ticket.
Oh, let's go.
A round trip ticket to someplace like Jamaica.
Yeah. And
I want to get off. I want to go straight directly to where they grow. I want to try their smoke, and I want to know about it. And I want some seeds.
Oh yeah.
See, but I want the seeds directly from, the source, not some.
That I think you're gonna have to be. I think that's why in this business and in this marketplace that I have any legs at all is because exactly what you saying. I gotta know, bro. I don't believe shit. I swear to God, I need to go in your garden before I'm gonna test it all the way. That's why I mess around with Michigan, MI Roots, Pack Legends, some of the old growers, the Detroit growers back in the day, because it was real. You get to go in their fucking farm and see them with lab coats on, treating that shit like it's supposed to be. Yeah. And then when you get their weed, reasonably certain that they represent what they represent. Yeah. And that is something that's not heard of. Because I think I got tricked a little bit with strawberry lemonade and moon candy. I almost can't be the same. Yeah, you fucking See, it's certain thing called white label seeds. No genetic company gonna stand behind it. But when you know you getting white label seeds, it's white label seeds. But I think, like you said, in this market expanding, it's just some motherfucker who running a computer program and say, oh, I could make this much off these suckers by selling them seeds, and they probably just do that shit. I really think business-wise, but then coming from all that culture we talked about and all how this business was built, it's bullshit that y'all out here. I'll tell you another thing. I tell you, it's a couple things I tell y'all on here. You fucking head shops and gas stations that selling fake bags, just sell them motherfuckers an empty bag and let them write on it what it is. Because you keep doing that shit, I'm going to boycott that shit. Don't let nobody buy a bag.
Yeah, what is
somebody else's bag? That's some bullshit. It's sacrilegious, bro. And a lot of that gas station weed, I talk about it every week, is bullshit. I put it under a microscope. I'm going to get set up when we have the right cameras in here, probably like in a week or so. And I'm going to put that shit under the microscope. I just got to fix my lens onto the thing and show you what this is. The shit don't look like nothing ever made by the weed plant. I'm trying to tell you. Some white dust on it, bro. It looked like lint. I don't know what it is. It looked like, when we look at it, the same place we looking at the trichomes, it looked like it's snow.
Could it be hemp?
No, it looked like it looked like, okay, so you could, I don't know if you remember.
Some type of
it's a spray.
Shit?
Yeah, it is man-made. To me, it's nothing but the chemical Delta 8. And Delta 8 get a bad name because there's some good therapeutic reasons to use Delta 8.
Right.
But it get a bad name because that's the derivative that they going in there and spraying down all that CBD weed with and sending it to you.
See, there you go. Look, they're already treating this shit.
Yep. You see what I'm saying? Yep. And that's when we back out. When you start saying that shit and that big of a story before we start smoking, I'm with Jane. I'm telling you right now. Fuck that, bro. You don't know. And you asking if they was ever gonna sneak some of that F word stuff into that shit, it's probably gonna be in a process like that. And you gotta be careful. That's why I think the free market, knowing your grower, knowing how he grow, and that's going to be premium to people. And they almost taking that away from us. We're going to be like more of fine wine dispensaries than people know. You're going to seek me out. But I tell you already, Cali Octane and Pineapple Upside Down Cake, you better come see me on that. I ain't going to just tell you
I
it's
want to
good.
grow that one.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you. I ain't going to tell you it's just good. That fucking shit is good. Shout out to my other gromie, Amanda. Love you and miss you so much that she just like peeled up and went to a non-growing state. I miss her so much. But she could grow the fucking life out some weed too, though. I mean, cannabis. She's real good. And you're going to need to know people and how they grow and what they're growing in to be realistic. They actually got this shit in the grocery store that look like a fucking donut, like a white powdered donut, bro. And they almost advertising that like that's a benefit to some shit. That, to me, is bullshit. I'll tell you what else I caught last week. Some shit that they was calling White Widow. And it's a real weed called White Widow. And just so you folks know, any weed that you get from a reputable place, we getting it from a good seed company. Look that shit up on Weedopedia, Leafy, and look and see if it's a strain. Don't let these people keep selling us garbage here in Ohio. I mean, I'm going to gatekeep that. I'll tell you right now, don't buy gas station weed. That shit's just in general.
Away from there. That's scary.
You will get some K2. It's some bullshit. And that's the real scary shit is when I'm giving you the K2. The spraying the shit with the Delta 8 bullshit is bad enough. And I'm telling you, it look like shit. When I tell you it's no part of the plant that can produce something like that, James, I'm under the microscope looking at the trichome. It's laying on top of the trichome. It's like a snow cap. So if you could just go back and think about like snow on the roof of a house melting, right? So that's laying on top of good weed with trichomes on top of it. And I don't know what the freaking purpose of that is. I mean, now I want to do some analysis on that shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, don't. That you got to know what you're smoking. I'm happy to be changing the law over, but we here to educate. And I'm trying to tell you, don't do it. Go to somebody who you know. Call us up.
Look, it's just a matter of a week, maybe 2 weeks before you can go to a dispensary.
Yeah.
Go, if nothing else, go to a dispensary.
Correct. You can't be
gonna
mad.
Smoke, if you're gonna try weed, then you need to try the real stuff,
right.
Not some gas station shit they call weed, because that's not weed.
No,
that's far from weed.
Correct. And I will tell you, not to promote it, I ain't giving you no damn advice or nothing, but Michigan in the dispensary at least is fucking THC fucking weed. I mean, I just gotta tell you. And even when we talking about the THCA, you better come see me. I'm trying to tell you right now, I sweat this shit out. That gas station is buying for volume. You got to be careful. I would tell you, go over to the hippie house. You better send me my sponsorship money, bro. Sharif, I'm telling you, come on, man. But go to the hippie house. They got a good buyer over there who knows what he buying, and they got good. But he had $10 to $12 a pre-roll. But guess what? You getting the real stuff, and you're gonna be happy. Hippie house do good. They do very well. All of the great products and everything. And they just ain't gave me my sponsorship yet. But I'm waiting on y'all, though. Sharif, I'm waiting on you, though. But yeah, and they got responsible weed. But other than that, like he said, I would grow it myself here in the state of Ohio to be completely legal. You want to know how you get weed here? Is grow it your damn self. That's how you get it completely legal. But yeah, that other shit, you would be disgusted almost when you looked under the microscope. When I thought I wasn't in Zoom though. I'm gonna tell you straight out, Jane. I'm under there like you looking for the trichomes, right? And I'm thinking, I must be at 100-time magnification. I back it back down, and I'm like, God damn, it look like snow on top of this shit. What is this shit on top of it? Like, I know how small the trichome. I've been looking at trichomes for a while. I'm like, damn, and underneath the snow cap is some bullshit. So you smoking on. If your shit look like it's dusted in white powder, don't smoke that shit, bro. This moon rock is not like that either, though. Go ahead.
You know what? I've noticed though, since it has been legal, I've had the opportunity to smoke some other people's stuff.
Yeah.
In my area. It's
good.
People are doing some shit, good stuff. I mean, now you're getting them good people. They're coming out, and sharing their smoke, freely. And I tell you, it's top shelf.
That's what I'm talking about. If we all raised our game up, that's where I want to be at. I'm there with you. I want to
see, and I want to see, what's out there.
Yeah.
So because I can let 10 people sample it, and they, it's good, but good to what? And that's what I have no comparison.
Yeah.
So that's why I tried like 3 different people's stuff.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was damn good.
Oh.
It's just as good, if not, it's just as good as what I'm growing.
Oh yeah, see that he's like me too. He ain't giving nobody no points. You better grow that shit, or I'm trying to tell you. On the other hand,
see, but when I find that smoke is real good, it's like, hey, go talk to this bro. Where's this guy right here?
It's over. It's over with, right? I promise you that. And I'm gonna be honest with you. The people weed I be smoking, I don't smoke it no more. I've been whooping everybody's ass. I'm very competitive. Only person I told you is only 2 people I'm conceding even a little bit to in this state. Just two. I like a lot of people's shit, but they don't. They rush it. They ain't. That's my just personal opinion. They don't. They don't let the plant talk to it. They don't. I don't know. They don't feel back from their plant. The shit done when it's done. Not when you not when the bag say 60 days and you feel like cutting it down in 60 days. It's not necessary.
No, you're over there skitzing for because you need a joint.
Yeah. That's true.
Trying to rush it.
Yeah, it just ain't gonna happen. You gotta take your time and let that plant. But when you do, it will treat you so good.
Yeah.
Man,
hey, we're gonna have to try this Super Gorilla mic.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
in my closet right now.
Ooh.
And I'm kind of E-Train Genetics there. He's out right there in Michigan.
Yeah.
He's got some good high quality seeds for good prices.
Shout out to that. You got anybody else? I tell you, Sapo World, I love him. He got Camp 710 Invitationals. Your solventless devastation is invitational, Grand Junction, Michigan this weekend. And Sapo World gonna have a camp thing too. I think that's the one we talking about. July 7th, Michigan Gems and Genetics Cup is gonna go down. And that's gonna be on July 7th, 4 to 9. That's free admission up there.
What is that one?
That one is gonna be Michigan Gems and Genetics Cup. And it's going to be a award ceremony. 7720 Clyde Park Avenue Southwest. It's going to be 4 to 9 p.m. I like that shit, so you could do something else.
Yeah.
And look like somebody from Cleveland, Ohio, going to be there. Hey, shout out to Michigan Gem Genetics then. They need to invite us. We'll come up and do, we'll vlog from up there.
Yeah.
And give you guys all kinds of shout outs on our show, help grow our community, help grow us. Don't forget to like the Blind Bud Cultivator. Is there anybody else you want to give a shout out to before we get out of here?
Nope, that's it.
Yeah, like I say, man, he did do some good work for some good seed companies. It's always my pleasure. As usual, I usually give all our guests a little we got to give him some weed to get up out of here. I'm going to give him some, for stopping on by. We got some Blue 16. I don't know which one of you like better, the Blue 16 or the Sheriff Cream Pie.
I don't even know.
He don't even know. Well, I'm gonna keep it locked up. Don't forget to make you get it from me before we go, because we're about to do some traveling. This shit stink up the... Yeah. If y'all didn't know what it smelled like in here, I'm trying to tell you, this damn shit is aroma filled. That's In My Roots too. Shout out to In My Roots. Pack Legends up there. Select, Resin Reserve. All you old school connoisseur people up there. Shout out to Community Grow Supply. Don't forget to come see us over at 3385 West 105th Street. We got a smoke shop coming up. Sohigho will be sponsoring over there. We would be doing, any of you growers out there that need help trimming or making pre-rolls, just general lessons, stop by there. But you got to send up some business. We're not going to stay open if we're not selling some of that legal THCA. Shout out to Giggle Brand Gummies. Shout out to Mr. Feastables, or Mr. Beastables is like we Beast Smokables. We got his pre-rolls. Shout out to Keisha. Her birthday party is going to be tomorrow. We're going to get down with her. Look for the Blind Bud Cultivator. That's right there. You get the QR code right there. He got a YouTube channel. You have to like and subscribe to him, please.
Yes, I sure would appreciate it.
It sure is. And like I said, give him a question. Leave him a comment. It helps the algorithm.
All my comments.
Hey, we have to get him up to 50 damn subscribers so we could get his live button going on also. So that better happen too. Shout out to Cleveland. Thank you so much to Voice It Radio for hosting the show for us and getting us Baby Boy for stopping by. Our condolences to him. Shout out to Tristan, the cameraman. Lalo Get Right Clothing. Mason Brothers Boxing. All of that. We got Mason Brothers Boxing coming up on the 6th of July and in New York. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show y'all. Oh, shucks. And you know it had to happen like that. Was these are the micron bags for the Nug Smasher. I talked about it when I said all you had to do is get your girls curling on and these bags right here. And you could take that nugget and squeeze it in there at about 160 degrees. So these micron bags are 102 millimeters. And you can actually squeeze that in between the wax paper right there. And you'll make yourself into and then you'll get a some wax out of it, and you can just use it just like that out the Nug Smasher. So that's the cheap way you can do the Nug Smasher. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Shouts out. We appreciate y'all. Thanks for James for coming over for the Vine Bud Cultivator, and I'm sure you're going to see more of him. I definitely want him to be a full-time regular type guest for us on the show. Thank y'all so much. Peace, peace, peace.
Peace.
All right.